Hey guys, it's Lando from the Snap Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host today, and I'm here to talk to you about the highly controversial Antonio Brown. This guy was once the best wide receiver in fantasy football, linked up with Big Ben for many years. His last appearance was on the New England Patriots. Before that, obviously he was with the Raiders, so things didn't work out so well. Now he has signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they are about to make a Super Bowl run. Now that the dust has settled, and someone has Antonio on their team, maybe it's you, maybe it's your competitor, and you need to figure out what to do. Maybe you should trade for Antonio Brown, maybe you should trade him away. I'm going to help you decide, and us at the Snap is going to help you decide what to do with him. So if you need specific advice, slide into our DMs. We are Snap_Fantasy on Instagram and Twitter, and we can help you out with custom advice. We're willing to offer you some custom advice on what to do, what kind of value you should get, what kind of value you should give up if you're going to acquire Antonio Brown. I'm going to go over today some of the good and some of the bad. So obviously he's with Tom Brady, and that is the reason why he chose to be a Buccaneer. They're ready for a championship, and that's what AB wants. And I was not a believer in Tom Brady, but this guy threw 45 times this past week for 4 touchdowns. He's thrown for over 35 attempts for most of his games, except for that weird game script against Green Bay. So Antonio Brown and Tom Brady is a quarterback that still has some juice. And now with Antonio Brown, assuming he's fully healthy and ready to rock, he should be another weapon for the Bucs. Now, there's been injuries so far with the Tampa Bay Bucs. We've seen Mike Evans go down. We've seen Chris Godwin go down. So having Antonio Brown, he could potentially be the number 1 wide receiver on that offense if people are banged up. That's the upside. Back in 2018, Antonio Brown was an absolute stud. In his last game in championship matchups, he scored over 20 fantasy points, over 30 fantasy points, and it was an absolute rock star year for AB. This guy is the real deal, and if he's back to where he was, man, he could win you championships. But there's some super high risk involved with AB. He hasn't played football in a couple years. Last time we saw him was in that Bucs uniform. Like I said, he got 4 receptions, 156 yards, and a touchdown. And that's it. It's been a long time coming. He's kind of crazy, and if he doesn't fall in line with Bruce Arians and the Bucs ready to make that championship run, there's a chance he could just be gone and released off that team. He signed a very team-friendly contract. There's pretty much no problem for them, no discord or no issues if the Bucs just release him, if he causes issues, if he brings up a stink. But I do think Antonio Brown's going to kind of fall in line with this team, and he's going to try his best to stay and contribute on the squad. Kind of like what he did with the New England Patriots, but there were some kind of off-the-field issues, to say the least. Now, not to say that can't happen again. That's another risk for Antonio Brown. There could be some lawsuits kind of in the background. There could be some legal issues with whomever to get Antonio Brown suspended again or on the commissioner's exempt list. That's a possibility. So for me, my first reaction is going to be to sell Antonio Brown right now on the hype. Because if you can sell hype, that's better than anything. And so far, all the news right now has been positive towards AB. He can go with the team, start practicing with the team on Wednesday, get in with the Skype calls with the Bucs. So if I need to win right now and I manage to snag AB on the team, if my bye weeks are bad, if whatever happens, get him off your squad, get a flyer, get a T. Higgins, get somebody, Justin Jefferson. I don't think you can do that, especially in non-keeper leagues. Get a running back on bye, get something for AB, get a Justin Herbert. That's an offer I have right now for AB, because I've got Kyler Murray on bye. I want to try to get Herbert on my squad for AB, and maybe that'll work out for me. Maybe it will work against me, and AB is going to be a stud come playoff time. So if you can sell on the hype, do that now. If you're looking to acquire AB, Well, look at the playoff schedule for the Bucks. After their bye week in week 13, they've got Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit. That is a spicy playoff schedule, and that having Antonio Brown on your squad, full strength, full health, could win you a championship if he's the same guy he was. Now, that's a big if, obviously. So if you can sell someone on that hype, get him. Get Adam Thielen. Get a running back. Drop into the DMs, and we could help you try to figure out what kind of deal makes sense for your team and getting Antonio off the squad. And if you want to sell him, try to buy as low as you can. Try on the hype where this guy is crazy. He might not even be with the team. Get a Marvin Jones Jr., Michael Gallup. I don't know. Get them off your squad and try to get AB on the bench, especially if you have a deep bench, and maybe you have a chance to get him on your team. But if there's specific examples, again, snap_fantasy, and that is everything. Right now, before I leave, we are sponsored by Manscaped. Snap 20 promo code to get you 20% off plus free shipping. Manscaped is an extremely great product. They have the Lawnmower 3.0 because they support the Snap Fantasy Football Podcast. So I'd like you to support Manscaped. They are the best in below the waist men's grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. That's Snap 20 promo code for 20% off. They've got tons of products, guys, like the Crop Reviver ball toner. It's one of these things that you don't know you need until you need it. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get us on Twitter. I'm Lando_FF, and we will see you next time.